All right, thank you for joining. So today what I wanted to do is just make a very quick video update for Cardano. It's going to be very straightforward, very simple. We're getting some very bullish price action from Bitcoin, as you can see here. If we zoom in a little bit locally, we did sell off a little bit after having that nice impulse move up, but that is just expected since it is a holiday in the United States. And any volume or that we get coming in is usually not sustained, and as you can see, that's exactly what it did, right? So price pumped up right above the previous week value area high, could not maintain that high, so price just sold off, and now we're right back at the overall value area low, right? So if I go ahead and take off, let's see here, take off the weekly profiles besides the most recent one, go ahead and zoom out, you will see, let me just go to the 1 hour, zoom out a little bit here. So the 1 second here, let me double check one thing here, it's gonna be the same. Alright, so yeah, the overall volume profile from this range right here before it was lost, this was the lows, price came right back down into it, and that's just where it's being sustained right now, right? So right now price came right down, retested the value area low of this range before we broke down, and that's where we're getting a little bit of this buying pressure coming in. But seeing that we did fail to maintain price above this previous point of control for Bitcoin, there is a possibility we can rotate all the way back down to 67,200, right? Now, let's go ahead and just go back to Cardano really quick. Now, that being said, and we're taking a look at Cardano, we pulled up the overall price action volume profile of this range after the massive sell-off, and with that being said, you can see we are maintaining price above the point of control, right? So that is actually pretty bullish. So as you can see, every time sellers came in to push price down, buyers came in and bought price right back up, maintaining price right above the point of control, right? Multiple times, which then led to this impulsive move to the upside. And that is very bullish locally. That means that there's a higher possibility that we will at least test 48.49 cents before we get down to the value area low, which is at around 44 cents, right? And then if we go ahead and zoom out even more, the overall volume profile of this range, right? We are on the value area low of the overall range, right? So this is the buyers and sellers pretty much just saying, hey, when you look at this entire range, the value area low is where they think the cheapest value for Cardano is at the moment. The value area high is where they think the highest value for Cardano is, and then this is just the highest area where volume was transacted, right? So in the overall volume, you can see that we are right at the value area low, which is pretty bullish because that just means we have a lot of room to move to the upside before we really start facing some rejection, right? Around 25%. Now, more locally, after the sell-off, where is fair value for Cardano? The value area low, as you can see, was around 43 cents, 44 cents, value area high around 44 to 49 cents. So we did rotate this profile multiple times. We tried to rotate lower before, failed, kept on failing. So this is great news. This means that Cardano most likely will push to the upside, at least to 49 cents before we get some selling pressure, right? And if we do start trading above these levels, I would then expect a push to test these previous highs right here. And then once we flip that level into support, then there's nothing stopping me from believing that we will then go towards the point of control, which pretty much acts as a magnet, right? And that comes in at around 60 cents. And from the current price action, you're looking at, let's see here, around a 30% increase in price to the overall high time frame point of control, right? So at this very moment, Cardano is looking a lot more bullish than it is bearish. We are now trading above the local range point of control and attempting to find acceptance into the high time frame value area low, right? Which is exactly where we're sitting right here. And if you zoom in a little bit more, this has obviously been resistance. You could consider this a local supply and demand flip, right? Which just adds to the narrative that more than likely Cardano is going to move to the upside. So as you can see, buyers came in right at this supply and price is already starting to move up a little bit higher, right? Which is very good to see. So more locally, Cardano is bullish. I expect at the very least, right, a 3 to 4% move to the local value area high. Once we start trading above these highs, as you can see, this is now supply actually up here. So this is demand. So yeah, this is actually supply. So once we start flipping this supply into demand, then we can end up pushing another 11% to the next major resistance. And if that is flipped, like I said before, you're looking at about a 30% increase in price to the point of control, or a 40% increase in price to the overall high time frame value area high, right? Now, if we lose this local point of control, then more than likely we will rotate to take out this low, right? Because there's going to be a lot of liquidity here, which is also going to lead us to tap the value area low at around 44 cents. Okay. Now let's just see if there's any other local confluence here. So we're pretty much right on that 0.5, as you can see, just closed above it. I don't believe, let's see here. Yeah. Extra confluence right here too as well. As you can see, golden pocket point of control. So great area to long. And if you were in the long from these levels right here, you're sitting pretty comfortably because now you have this extra level of support right below your current price action. And then this is also another level of supply and demand as well, right? Which is just trying to flip more locally, right? So we'll just see how price action continues in the upcoming days, but this is looking more bullish than bearish at the moment. So let's just see how this all plays out. Once again, thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below with any projects you'd like to see me go over. And follow me on X. I have been posting those more recent updates, as you can see. And yeah, long story short, it's always smarter to stay in this for the long term, because as you can see, you'll notice something very similar in the long-term pattern when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, SPY, and QQQ, right? Or ES1 and the NQ. Look at this. So since 2012, Bitcoin, right? You can see a very similar trend, right? Next, we have Ethereum, right? Even though we've had these major pullbacks, bear markets, right? You can notice a similar trend. What's going on with the SPY? Same thing, bear markets in the long term. Look at price action. Look at the NQ, the NASDAQ, same thing, right? Bear markets. If you held for the long term, look where price is at right now. So who knows where we will be in another 10 years, but I would think that we won't be lower than where price is at right now, just going off of how historic price action has played out, right? So follow me on X. I do post updates pretty often. And yeah, leave comments below with any project you would like to see me chart. I am keeping an eye on a lot of projects, as you can see. So yeah, leave a project, shout it out, and I'll do my best to chart it out for you within a timely manner. Take care and goodbye.